Welcome to another episode of the Wandering Watercolor. So today I am working on the 5th page of the Everyday People Watercolor Coloring Book, and basically let's just get right into it. This is the page. It may be different in your book depending on the order that because sometimes I change around the order so that the front page can look different, more interesting. I'm probably going to stop doing that just so that there's less confusion. But this is the image this is what the final image will look like, and this is what it starts off as. Basically, the palette, as always, is the palette that I make. You can use any watercolor paints. You don't even actually have to follow the same color scheme. You can change around the colors if you want to. You can actually even change the color of the people. You can change their skin color if you wanted to. But basically, the palette that I'm using is this one, is the one that I make. Comes with a little brush. That's the same brush that I'm using, and all of the little half pans, they can be moved. They have a little magnet on the bottom, so you can kind of like put them wherever you want and rearrange them, have them on the outside. I have mine on the outside here so that it's easier for me to just go back and forth from it. And then I use a little soap dish to mix my colors on. You can use any dish, any porcelain dish, honestly. And I have a jar of water here on the side, just so that I'm not using the reservoir of the brush the whole time. But this one should be pretty straightforward, so we can go ahead and start mixing colors right away. So they both are wearing orange caps. So we'll grab a little bit of red here with the yellow. Let's see. That looks like the right color, but I'm gonna dilute it with some water. Maybe a little more burgundy. Honestly, that kind of looks like a skin tone, so I'm actually just gonna go a little more yellow on that one. I'm gonna clean up this yellow. My lighter colors always end up having leftover paint. So I'm gonna go like that, make it more yellow. And then a little more red. More yellow. Yeah, definitely need more yellow in here. I think I'm just gonna just go straight for the yellow. I'm just gonna color their hats yellow to begin with for both of them. I'm gonna get some brown. And I'm gonna kind of dull the brown color with some blue. Make it a little duller. Okay, and I'm gonna grab some of this color here. Makes it in kind of like a khaki color for the guy. So his pants are like basically khakis. Just gonna go like a flat wash. And just even, not trying to mix any textures or anything yet, just an even wash straight through. Avoiding her thumbs here, or her thumb and her fingers. Going straight down. Even flat wash. There we go. Okay. I have a feeling like this one's going to be pretty quick. And then I'm going to grab some of the dark blue, some of the brown. Gonna make a dark brown here. And I'm just gonna go kind of like where the shadow of the shoes would be. Just gonna go like that and like that. Actually, this color is pretty light, so I could just go over the whole thing. I was thinking I might just do the shadow and then the rest of them, but yeah, the color itself is very light, so that's fine. I'm gonna switch out my mixing plate here, just so that I have more space. Don't get rid of those colors. Just if you're using like a regular sized dish, just find more space on your dish, because we will use those other colors in a moment. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put some brown, a little bit of blue. Actually, I might pick up some of the brown and get some of the black here and mix that in. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna get a little more black because I want really kind of like a dull, dark, very dark brown, kind of like a grayish brown, because I'm gonna pick some of it up and dilute it with water. I'm going to use this. Actually, it needs to be even darker still, grayer. It needs to be grayer. Like that. That's probably that's the right color. Yep. So I'm going to use this color as the shadow for the guy's shirt. So I'm just gonna go like this, like that. Put in some folds here, like that. There we go, like that. And right here for the collar, like that. A little bit of fold right here where the shirt is being tucked, maybe underneath a little bit like that. We'll cover all of that in shadow. Grab some more and put it right there, like that. In the back here, some for the folds of the sleeve. Okay, it's coming together pretty quick. Next, I'm gonna mix the shadows for the lady here for her shirt, but the shadows on her shirt are much cooler. Actually, first let's just do a flat wash on the pants. I'm gonna grab some of the blue, some of the green. Her pants are very light blue-green, heavy on the water. It's not a lot of pigment, so I'm not gonna pick up from here. I'm gonna go right from here because it's just more water and less pigment. Just go straight down. And there we go, that's her pant color. And then up here for her shirt, I'm gonna get some of the black. I'm gonna get some of the color down here. Move it up here. There we go, make it a little, it's more of a cooler kind of like shadow because it has a lot of blue in it. And for that, I'm just gonna go right here, all of this actually, including her color. And then I'm gonna go like this. Feel free to pause or slow down, or just watch it first where I'm laying them down and then put them in. Like that, and then like this. Grab some more, and go back here like that, and like that. And just laying down flat washes for the shadows. It's probably the easiest way to block in shadows and kind of get some decent looking results. You know, I just realized for the guy, I'm gonna get some more of this, his shadow that I mixed here. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna put it right here and right here as well, and a little more on this side. There we go, because I guess his head is kind of like, the light is coming this way and his head is kind of like blocking it and casting a shadow onto his shoulder. So that's fine. I might actually use my rag to pick up a little bit. Do it on the whole thing right there. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna get some brown and mix it in, make it like a, yeah, that'll be good. Just make the shadow more brown for the pants. The pants are pretty easy. We're just gonna go right here, just like that, one straight down. Gonna go a little bit like this, make a mark like that for the folds, like a quick horizontal mark going downwards, and then kind of like a teardrop right here. That's that. Maybe a line right there, line right here, going underneath the belt, back to where the pocket is, going down, again stopping at the hand, and then this is going to be just a flat, there we go, like that, kind of breaking it apart here, and like that. So that's good. Oh, that's good so far. Maybe do a little angular cut in with the shadow like that. I'm gonna look at it for a moment. Okay, those look good. Rinse off my brush. And then get a little black from here. The black, I'm just gonna go straight in for the, well, first let me do her shoes down here. And down here. And I'm gonna do a shadow kind of like that. A little outline underneath his shoes. Like that. And then just gonna maybe mix in a little bit. I'm gonna get a little more green, a little more blue, and some of this black to make it darker, because that's gonna be the shadow for her pants now. And we're gonna go in like this. Just like right here. Cover all this. Cut into going into this line right there, like that, and then a little bit like this. The shadows are kind of sporadic depending on how the light's falling and where the folds are. Feel free to give some chaos to it, because it makes it look interesting. Let me just kind of blend that in right there. Okay, so that's looking good. I am gonna pick up some of this black. It's very bluish black, but I'm gonna pick it up and I'm just gonna lay it down here for her hair color, because it's kind of like because it'll dry kind of grayish. I'm just gonna dab it in like that, and then also use that for his, because it comes out, when it dries up, it comes out very gray. That's looking good so far. Next, I'm just gonna just dry off my brush a little bit. Still some moisture on it. I'm gonna grab the black so that when I lay it down, it's very thick and it doesn't run, and it's very opaque, just like that. And what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna add a line on the edge of his suspenders, going down. His suspenders are 3 colors: black, red, and yellow. So that's the first color in there. And then also on this edge right here, like that. I'm gonna go back for the black directly without adding water. This is for his belt. And just lay it in just straight in there. In here. Okay. That's good. We're gonna go in again where the shoes are, just a little outline underneath the shoes. And let's just emphasize that shadow down there. We'll do the same for her. Because you know how there's, right underneath your shoes, there's a little bit of a space, but not a lot of light, therefore it looks very dark, so it's okay to use the black right there. Next, we can go ahead and mix the skin tones. So that's a pretty simple task with this palette. All we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some of this yellow right there, a little bit of the burgundy right there, a little more, and that's kind of like the base for your skin tone. Add a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, it's too orange looking, maybe a little more burgundy. So make it a little more, kind of like, it's like a good peach color, kind of. But what we can do is add a little bit of white. White is always kind of like a little bit of like a cheat for me, but it really helps kind of like get the tone right. And it really saves time, making it look better. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put in a little bit right here where the shadow would be, because the light is coming from the top, so the shadow would be on the bottom. So I'm just gonna go and add right there, a little bit right there, on the finger, on the underneath there. Like that, and then going in like that, and that's it. I'm gonna do the same for his fingers down here, only the part that would be covered mostly in shadow. And then I'm gonna rinse my brush. So my brush is rinsed. I'm gonna dry it off, and I'm gonna get some water on it, just a little bit, not a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and just pick straight from that shadow right there. Kind of blend, because it still leaves the shadow in there, but it blends in the skin color going up to the lighter area which makes it look a lot more believable in terms of how the skin normally casts a shadow and how it transitions from dark to light. Skin can be very difficult because of the color and how it transitions from dark to light. So that's kind of a cheat almost. You just grab some pigment, lay it down where there's a darker area, which will be most of his face. Like that. Put some right there. Up here. It's on the nose here some. And then maybe right there. Okay, so that would be it for his face. I'm gonna give that a moment to dry. I'm gonna, well, that wouldn't be it. I mean, in terms of the shadow of the face, that would be it. I'm gonna grab the same. Oh, I ran into his hand there. Grab the same tone, go like this. Rinse my brush, dry it off. I'll pick this up. I don't want that there. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of moisture on the brush, and I'm gonna go right here. And the moisture kind of brings in the color. Just like that. That's fine. I'm gonna do the same. The brush is moist, and I'm gonna go right here where there's no color, and then kind of bring that in. Dry off the brush, and then right there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And now we can move on to, I'm gonna dry off my brush completely, move on to her face. We're just gonna add right there. Right there. Get a little more. And get all that in here. Up here. And her nose a little bit underneath. There we go. Rinse my brush, dry it off. It's just slightly moist brush. And I'm gonna go in like that. And there we go. And dry it off. Go in and pick off some of that. And rinse it off. So that's pretty much it for the skin. Give it a moment to dry. I'm just going to take a look at it. It looks fairly orange right now, but when it dries, it'll look, because it lightens up, it'll look much better. So we're just going to leave that like that for now. We can move on to the next part of the suspenders, which is the red. Got a little bit of red here. Maybe a little burgundy, just to dull it down a little. And we're gonna go right next to the, just a thin line right next to the black. Just like that. And same on the other side, but this will be on the right. Okay, and that's it for that. Rinse my brush, and I'm gonna switch back to this one. So from here, what I can do is this brown right here, I'm just gonna get some of the dark blue, add to the brown, Get some more brown, and then get some more dark blue. And that's going to be the next layer of shadow for his pants. And we're going to go like this. Go like that, a little bit right there. Not a lot. We still want the previous layer to show up. I'm going to go that outline back here. And we're going to go just like that, just a little couple of strokes there to show the darkness of the folds, and then back here for the pocket, and then that's it for that. And rinse off my brush. Oh, actually, we can do the same. We're going to get a little darker, get a little more dark blue, and we're actually going to go in for the shoes. I'm going to go in right here and kind of outline just like that, right there. And same for here. Covered that area right there. And that's pretty much it for the shoes. Rinse off my brush. And then their hats, what we can do is we can add a little brown here. Get a little brown. Get a little brown from up here. Maybe from down here. See how we can mix it. That's probably good. Yeah, that looks good. And then kind of just put it in right there, like the shadow. Of the hat. I'm gonna go right there. And same for her. Like that, and like that. Maybe just put a little more here. Make it darker, a little more pigment. Okay, step back, give it a moment. See, I'm happy how it looks so far. See how the skin is drying? The skin color? It's drying pretty well. Like, it actually looks more like a skin color, not so orange as it dries. And next, I'm just gonna get a little bit of brown. And I wanna make it less saturated. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this blue-green. Oh, that is way too much. It's okay, I'm gonna pick up a bunch of it. I'm gonna pick up some and then add brown again. Okay, actually I'm gonna add a little burgundy. Just let me see how that looks. Maybe I'll pick up some of it, put it in the, rinse it off, and then pick up some yellow. Let's see how that looks. I want to make it look more like sand, kind of like a sandy kind of yellow brown. That's not it, but that's okay. We'll keep going. A little more yellow from here. Yeah, that green from earlier did not really help. I got a little burgundy. So that's not too bad. That actually kind of looks like a skin color too. Yeah, definitely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add more yellow. Probably that right there. That's probably pretty good. And get water, kind of dilute it. And I'm gonna press against the paper pretty hard so that I can get the texture in. So let's see, it would be like that, and then like that. And like that. If you have less water and press up harder against the paper, you can get more of the texture from the paper. So that's good. And down here, like that. And don't worry about the shadow. We'll add a shadow on top of that once it dries. Like that. And then here. So far so good. And then back here a little bit. Let's see. Take a moment, look at it again. It looks pretty good so far. And rinse off my brush. I'm just gonna go straight in for the yellow. I'm just gonna grab some yellow and just gonna go straight in. And a little bit on the other side. Just like that. We're almost done. I'm going to switch out with this one where we had the shadow for her pants. And grab a little bit of darker here. Maybe a little bit from here. That's probably a bit much, but we can make it work. Just throw it down right here. And then some more down here. Just like that. We'll leave it like that. Let's switch back to this one. Rinse off my brush. Dry it off. So what I'm gonna do here actually, I'm gonna use this color, kind of put it right there, and maybe mix a little bit of this, the skin tone. Okay, that looks good. So I'm gonna go right here, make an outline like that, and that's it. Make an outline on the knuckles here, and that's it. Just very quick. Maybe a little bit more right here, and that's it. And then an outline underneath here, underneath the pointing finger, the back fingers, and underneath the kind of like palm, and then definitely right here where the head is, underneath, make it darker, going down, a line right there for the mouth. Kind of messed it up. Right here for the neck. Let's see. So I'm going to rinse off my brush, I'm going to dry it off completely, and then I'm just going to go and pick that up. There we go. And do that again. It's better. and grab some more of this color and then put some in her right there, just as a shadow. So far so good. And then dry my brush off, and then it's still got a little bit of moisture in it. I'm just gonna pick up the black color again and just gonna put it in right there for his sunglasses. Go very slow. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. And dry off my brush. Did not realize that that was not dry yet. Yeah, definitely making it worse here. Dry off my brush. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my rag. I'm just gonna pick that up. Completely messed up the face there. Use my rag again. Okay. Gonna just wait for that to dry before well, actually, let me see. I'm gonna rinse off my brush and maybe see if I could pick up some more of it. Kind of go like that, and then here I am telling you to go slow, and I completely mess up the nose. So I'm just going to leave that for a moment while it dries, because I don't want to mess it up anymore. And matter of fact, I'm not going to go in for her sunglasses either. I'm just going to focus on the shadow here that they're casting, that their bodies are casting. So I'm just going to grab this, mix it in some of the brown and the dark blue, or the black actually. Get a little more black. And with the brown, I'm just gonna mix both of them, and I'm just gonna go like this for the shadow that they're casting, connected with his feet, kind of like that, going back here, and just a little bit kind of like that, going back here, and that. Let's see. Okay, that all looks pretty good. I managed to somewhat salvage this area. Let me see if I go back in with the black. Watch me just mess it up again. Let's see. Just gonna take that. There we go. That's what I was going for initially. It's kind of what I wanted to make it look like. And you have to make sure that it's dry. So this right here looks like it's dry, is just for the handles of the glasses. Man, I just keep messing it up. So I'm gonna dry my brush again, and then pick that up. Wow, I don't know what's up with that. I'm off my game today. Dry it off, pick it up. Just go do the same thing with my rag. I'm just gonna go ahead and press down on it, and then just pick it up, and then just leave it like that for a moment while it dries. Okay, let me see if let me see if this will work here for her glasses. Alright, that's all I need there. That's it. I'm good. Let me switch this out. Just gonna grab this brown, dark brown, orange here, mix it in with the orange. This was just brown and dark blue, and then I'm just getting some of the orange mixed into it. And I'm gonna just outline the hat. Actually, let me just get more brown and more blue. I need more pigment to make it stick out more. So I'm just gonna grab that and then just gonna go right there. And same for her. I'm gonna outline the hat. Like that. Rinse off my brush completely, dry it off a little bit, and just kind of like, just gonna pick up some of this. Dry it off, pick up some of it. Okay. I like how it looks, aside from where I completely messed up his face, but managed to salvage it. It looks pretty good, pretty good. Okay, that's pretty much it. Oops, that's pretty much it for that one. Actually, you could probably just do one of these right here for the watch. Go like that. For his wristwatch, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So that was it for that one. That's the fifth page of the Everyday People watercolor coloring book, and I make all the watercolor coloring books. I just want to call them watercoloring books because it sounds weird to say the whole thing. I make all of them by hand using lithographs, and so if you're here because you bought one from me, thank you. If you're interested in trying it out, it'll be in the description. And yeah, I think I was trying to go a little too fast, and that's why I kept messing up on the face. It's always good to just kind of like take your time, but yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll work on some more, and I'll be uploading here shortly. Next week, I'm hoping to upload a lot more. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time.